It was another scorching summer day, the kind where no sooner had you finished one cup of water, you were already filling it up again. It's like 107 degrees, bro. I went to Las Vegas. I woke up, my hotel room was burning the fuck up. I looked at the temperature, it's at 116. I was like, oh fuck. I went to the pool that day. I couldn't do it. Everyone else had something on, so that afternoon it was just you and Shiloh. Oh my god. I don't like that nigga. I don't like Shiloh. Like, he's actually a big ass baby. He's more of a big ass baby than Cove. Like, both of them really get on my nerves when they like act like one. Like, Shiloh, he at least tries to be cordial with Cove, but Cove is such a inconsiderate asshole that he makes Shiloh feel really bad about himself. Well, listening around, Shiloh looked to you for all the answers. It made you feel annoyed, frustrated. Hell yeah, cause what? Cause any other chance my sister comes around, you'll literally ditch me to just go hang out with her. Like, bro, go find her or go find some new friends to play with. Like, I don't like Shiloh at all. Shiloh is a leech. He always wanted to hear what you thought instead of giving his own opinion and expected you to come up with the plans. It was hard work, especially for such a hot day. And he lazy. Oh, wait. Did I skip the dialogue? Damn. Oh no, okay, I thought I did. You drained yet another drink and frowned at the empty vessel. Your thirst was gone, but you still craved something icy cold and refreshing. Something sweet. Something like ice cream cones. Nothing beats a classic creamy scoop of ice cream on a day like this. There was nothing like that to be found at home. You knew that without needing to look. Your mom didn't keep sweets in the house. Damn. Did I hate you? Like, I get it. You don't want your kids to, like, get sick or to, like, get diabetes or rotten teeth, but, like, not one single treat, not even a popsicle. Like, fuck me wrong with parents. Like, the fuck. Okay. Outside, there were plenty of places where such goodies could be obtained, but there were shops and demanded. Ugh, sorry. My nose. I sniffed and my nose kind of like burned. Outside, there were plenty of places where such goodies could be obtained, but there were shops and demanded payment in exchange for their products. Yeah, that's how the world works. Sigh. As much as you really wanted that treat, it wasn't going to happen. What's wrong? I want an ice cream cone. Shiloh, who had been draped over the sofa, perked up. That sounds good. We don't have any here, and I don't have any money. Oh, let me check if I have any. Yes, please leave. Shiloh rummaged in his backpack and proudly produced an assortment of coins, plus one straight button. Damn, you broke shit. You set the button aside and counted the coins in neat piles. Wait, what happened to that $20 bill? We still didn't spend that $20 bill Cole's dad gave us. Just over $1. You announced this to Shiloh. He had almost certainly came to the same conclusion, but he'd been watching you expectantly. I don't care. That's not enough. I'm sorry. We'll need to find some more. Okay. Why are you saying sorry? It ain't your fault you ain't got no money. The two of you lift the couch cushions, stick tiny hands down deep crevice in the sofa under furniture, and scored the back of the drawers. Most of what you found were useless and gross. Bent paper clips, fluffy swips of dust, or sandy crumbs. But every so often, one of you would strike silver or bronze, and added to the growing pile of coins. Your mind wandered to the $20 bill tucked away in your room. It was enough for you and Shiloh to get whatever you wanted and more, but you didn't take it out. That was too special to hand over so freely. What? This is a special occasion. It's hot as shit. Besides, Shiloh will be curious about where it came from and might even mention your wealth to Lizzie. The exchange had been a secret. Tell him it's not his damn business. Dusty and disheveled. From checking From checking every room and squinting into every tiny nook, the two of you finished pulling your find. Shiloh held his breath as you counted the coins once again. $2.53, 2 buttons. Hey, at least y'all came up with $2. That's a lot better than, what y'all started with. It's like $2, it's almost $3. You didn't know where the second button had decided to join the party, but you were too pleased with your success haul to throw it out. Is that enough? Not in this economy, no. You figure he knew the answer while looking to you for confirmation, but the thrill of your success and the reward that would follow canceled out any other feelings you might have had about that. Yeah. You could now afford something at the shops, just one thing, but that was infinitively better than none. Shiloh clapped his hands. So one ice cream cone is $2? Where the fuck do y'all live? I want to move there. Yay! Shit, ice cream, 1 scoop of ice cream here is like $9. If you get lucky, you probably find some for $6. The two of you dashed outside. The promise of sugar behooved? But that's not behooved. What are these fucking words? Is this even English? I don't give a fuck. You onto your destination were breathless but happy. You stared at the overwhelming number of options. You knew what you wanted, but it wasn't just you who had contributed the funds to get the treat. He seemed to notice your pause. Aren't you getting an ice cream cone? Are you rushing me? Shiloh asked as though he was entirely separate from the decision rather than someone with a stake in the outcome. Do you mind? Shiloh cocked his head to the side. It was your idea. You should choose. Yeah, we can still get something we both want. Why not? It wasn't fair for you to be the only one to decide when he'd been a main factor in making this happen. Some of the money came directly from his backpack. What do you like? All of them. They're so good. You pressed for it. We're getting vanilla. I love vanilla. That's the only type of ice cream I'll eat is vanilla. Nothing else. But what do you really like? Popsicles or ice cream? Which is your favorite? It's so hard to pick. I don't know. Frustrated, you cut to the heart of the matter. You want me to choose? Yeah. Oh my god, you have no spine. I don't like this kid. And that was that. You got the dessert you wanted originally and hoped Shiloh would actually like it too. He better like it. Finally, the reward for all your hard work was in your hands. You lapped at the soft ice cream. The sweetness perked you up. You held it out to Shiloh so he could take a turn. He shook his head. Aww, you dumb, sweet child. Thank you. He didn't want any? After everything he did to help get it? That was weird. Don't ask questions. Accept it. There was no point arguing. It was already melting out of the ray of the sweltering summer sun. You eagerly tucked back in. The cold, sugary treat quenched you in ways that the water just couldn't reach. Okay. The two of you began to head back home as you ate. You were glad, too, to get the treat all to yourself. only half wouldn't have been nearly as good. Even so, you couldn't help but wonder what Shiloh was thinking. I don't know, maybe Shiloh got a little crush on you. You walked side by side on the shore in silence, but your thoughts kept drifting to the boy beside you. Why didn't he speak up for himself? It was almost as if Shiloh didn't know how to say what he felt, or was too afraid to. I'm gonna ask him is he scared of me? Shiloh opened his eyes wide, seemingly caught off guard by the blunt question. No way! But you don't tell me things, like what do you want to do or what treat we should get? That's not 'cause I'm scared, it's 'cause you have better ideas than I do. Yeah. You're the type of person that'll get into a group project and just sit there while everybody talks among themselves and just write your name on the project just to get credit. Like, ugh. Unfortunately, this was yet another thing you couldn't entirely believe Shiloh on. You hoped it was true, but that really did feel okay around you though. That he really did feel okay around you though. Shiloh made you unsure about setting a label on the experience of spending the afternoon with just him. There have been good times and there have been confusing ones. You are positive of one thing, at least the treat was delicious and that was nice. The sun was low on the horizon. As you returned to your neighborhood, there you spotted two very familiar figures up ahead, Lizzie and Cove. Is this a parallel universe? Cause I could have sworn Cove does not like Lizzie. You opened your mouth to make your presence known to them just as you saw the tears on Cove's face. What? Did this bitch just make my friend cry? Hold on, I'm gonna have to put the pause on my sister. My sister is rude as shit. Like, I don't like this little girl at all. I don't like this little girl whatsoever. She's rude as fuck. You walked straight over Shiloh at your heels. Once they're a year, defend Cove. I'm gonna accuse her, cause fuck her. You don't know what unfolded, but you suspected it had something to do with your big sister. What did you do now, Lizzie? It wasn't me! There was no guilt in her expression, only indignations, but you looked to Cole for confirmation. Cole blinked away the tears, your outburst having caught him off guard. It wasn't her. Miranda, I got yelled at. He took a deep, steadying breath. Some grandparents got mad at me. Aw, sorry. What'd you do? Lizzie jerked her head into mouth open. Lizzie jerked her head in the direction of a nearby house. Your heart sunk. You knew exactly what had happened. Every year, the same mean old couple rented out that condo for the summer. You, Lizzie, and Shiloh knew to stay away from them, but Cove couldn't have. They're like that with everyone. Even your mom struggled to find anything nice to say about them, but the elderly pair particularly took offense to kids. Oh, bastards. Yeah, Lizzie said. Lizzie drew herself up at that. She looked pointedly in your direction. I was helping. Bitch, you want a cookie? Like, I don't give a damn. Like, okay, good for you. You finally decided to be a good neighbor. Like, that's cool. Is there anything I could do? No, I just want to go stay away. Or you could teach them a lesson. Don't listen to this devious bitch. She's gonna get you in trouble. There was a devilish glint in her eye. What? You should ding-dong ditch them. Go ring the doorbell and run. It'll be great, cause they're so slow. They'll never catch you. That's dumb. I don't want to go near them ever again. You're saying that... Chicken. Wow. So some guy voice acting got you. Cole glared but didn't take the bait. Izzy turned to you. You're not a chicken, are you? Bitch, go fuck yourself. You looked at the house. Behind those closed doors lurked two beings, rich in years but poor in patience. That's a bar. Rich in years and poor in patience. Clock it. Maybe they deserve retaliation. Maybe they didn't. But that punishment wouldn't be coming from me. It was safer to stay far away from them. You could live without the hassle. I'm not doing it either. Another chicken for the coop. This is a hen house now. Yo. This little bitch. If we're chickens, you're a lizard, Lizzie. Ooh. She wagged her tongue at his face. It's still better than a bird brain. Chicken. She roasting our shit. The condo door opened, revealing one of the two culprits. The old man, wizened face, was set in a scowl, which was to say he looked exactly like he always did when you saw him. Maybe that was his normal face. What are you kids doing loitering outside my house? Bitch, this is our neighborhood. Shut the fuck up. Like, get your old decrepit ass in the house before you get a heart attack from me sneezing. Or maybe he was always just in a terrible mood. Nothing. He repeated the words as if it was the greatest crime anyone could commit. Nothing good. More like get lost. You know what? I was always told to respect my elders. But when I got older, that just went out the window. Bitch, you gonna respect me in my motherfucking neighborhood where you pay rent. Bitch, you don't even own. You pay rent. So you gonna respect me in my hood. You old, worm-infested fuck. You disrespectful old bitch. You won't respect me. It wasn't as if he owned the space outside the house, but Cole's eyes, still red from his earlier tears, were wide, and you thought it would be best to heed the old man's command. Man, fuck that shit. Nah. Throw tomatoes at his dumb ass. That's what I would do. I'll chuck a good couple of dirt and some scoop some shit up and throw it at his window. Fuck that nigga. Asshole. Lizzie took off with Shiloh immediately trailing after her without so much as a glance back in your direction. So much for your friendship. This is why I don't hang out with that little boy. Exactly why. You waved your arms at Cole, summoning him to follow you, and ran after Lizzie. Sparkling Niboo. Maybe I'm not supposed to be reading. Maybe this is just not a day for me to read because my brain is not working like at all whatsoever. But Sparkling, thank you for the follow. Mwah. You waved your arms at Cobb, summoning him to follow you, and ran after Lizzie. I like it. Let's come up with a plan because them old people are very rude and they need a lesson. Because I don't understand. Like, I get it. The older you get, life gets harder and you see some stuff that you're very displeased with. But why are you being rude to kids? Kids that are not even teenagers, they don't even look like they're in middle school yet. They look like a bunch of third graders. Why are you being rude to a bunch of third graders? I don't get it. The old man's hollers propelled you all from the street to the sanity of the hill. Only once you were safe did you notice the stitch in your chest and the ache in your legs. I always told him to go fuck himself. I flipped him off while I was running. You flopped down, the blades of grass tickling your face. My mom went, she would tear my ass up because I would have let that old man have it. He would have came to my house, start bitching like a Karen because I did some heinous, not even heinous, but just gave that energy back. Like, they hate when you give that energy back. Like, stop being rude. You're rude to adults, but don't be rude to kids that are just being kids. And they're not even doing nothing. They're just sitting outside of their house, chilling, not bothering you. And you don't even own the place you trying to tell them to get the fuck on from. Like, Ugh, can't stand rude ass people. You flop down, the blades of grass tickling your face. Lizzie, who had taken the lead in the inn, was already dazing on the ground. Before you took a moment to catch your breath and enjoy the feeling of cool grass against your skin. Hey, Cove! Cove lifted his head. I told you there were mean grandparents around here. Cove rolled his eyes, then decided this wasn't dismissive enough and rolled his whole body away from your sister. Lizzie chose to ignore his response and started chanting to Shiloh, who eagerly joined in the conversation. I think Lizzie has that main character personality, and she keeps Shiloh around because she know he ain't got no confidence to think for himself. He's a yes man. I'm a yes. Let me carry your book bag. Let me get your school clothes. Let me get your lunch for you. You want some money? Here goes my last few dollars. That's the type of person Shiloh is. He's a punk. Like, he don't think for himself. He ain't got no confidence. He don't know how to talk to people. He's just I don't like people like Shiloh. I don't. Because it's one thing to be humble and to be like to yourself and have like a friend that you're close with and you do anything for, but that's not the case. Shiloh is a leech. He's a dick sucker. He is a definition of a dick eater, because when my sister is not around, he comes to find Miranda, bothers the fuck out of her, doesn't interact with her at all, just lingers around her until he sees her sister, and then he'll bounce. Like, that's literally Shiloh. I don't like him. He's a leech. He is not. He might be a good person, but he's not a good friend. But whatever. I ain't gotta worry about him. That's her problem. Cause one day she gonna get tired of him and she gonna tell him to stop coming around. He's gonna be all sad and want me to be his friend. Nope. I don't want to be your friend. You're a loser. Lucy chose to ignore his response and started chatting to Shiloh, who eagerly joined in the conversation. In the back of your mind, you knew you'll be second fiddle again. See? To Shiloh, once Lucy came around, it always went like that. Stop hanging out with this boy. If he comes to your house and Lizzie's not home, tell him she is not home and close your damn door. Stop hanging out with him. And it's always annoying. You felt like a little sad after how much you spent. It's annoying. Honestly, I should really tell him about himself. But you aren't going to make a fuss, especially after everything that's already happened. Yeah, I'll make it that little boy cry. I don't care. You close your eyes, lay on your side, and relax. Some time passed with you like that. It felt good to take a real break. You moved onto your back with a small smile and looked at the darkening sky. The blanket of clouds reminded you of a thick throw you curled under on cold, rainy days. You wondered if the clouds would be as soft. I don't think this is a real English sentence, but who am I to say? My first language is Ebonics. I don't even speak English for real. They lazily flopped on by, splitting from each other, merging and morphing into new shapes. I'm gonna say I saw alpaca. You saw a fluffy alpaca in the sky. You nudged Cove and pointed to it. Can you see that alpaca? Cove joined you in gazing skywards. Whoa. It's more like a llama. Hey! He chuckled at your reaction. Aww. See, that's your friend. You need to make friends with him. All the sunlight faded from the sky, and the moon rose higher. Lizzie got to her feet, dusted strands of grass from her bare legs, and surveyed her surroundings. The ocean visible from the crest of the hill, beckoning with every sweep of the tide. Let's go to the beach. There was no argument from the other two. Shiloh was still Shiloh, and Cove would never say no to going to the shore. He was a child of the sea. You? Yeah, let's go. So you eagerly joined the others in descending the hill down to the water. You stepped onto the sand for the second time that day, but it felt different at night. The beach was nearly quiet at this hour. Abandoned sand castles and footsteps in the sand, too big to belong to any of you, were the only indication of how busy it had been only hours earlier. I kind of like this crew, but I'd rather you not be in it. Like, I could tolerate my sister's little childish ass demeanor, but I'd rather you not be here. I for real don't like Shiloh. Like, I say that with every fiber in my being. I do not like that little nigga. Before you kicked shoes off and removed socks and walked along the water edge, the waves tickled your feet. I wonder what would happen if you tried to take a bath in the ocean with shampoo and everything. You would possibly get other sea creatures that live in the ocean sick. That would be bad for the fish. Thank you. Thank you. Like, what? Jeez. I didn't say anyone would do it. Jeez, you don't have to be serious about everything. Girl, you literally asked the Oh, I don't like the smart ass little girl. You literally asked the question. Like, use those 6 brain cells of yours in that tiny ass brain of your head. Like, come on now. You're the one who asked what would happen. See, get on her ass, Cove. I'm saying, get on her ass, cause she really being a smart ass. This is what would happen. It would hurt the fishes. I like bubble baths at home. They're a lot of fun. Boy, shut your bitch. Me too. Bubble baths are luxurious. You never heard Lizzie use that word before. Mommy loves to have bubble baths in her bath. Oh, bubbles in her bath. She'll turn the lights off and have candles. I'm gonna do that next time. Okay. Hey, when's your mom coming to pick you up anyway? Not for a while. She's busy. What about your dad? How come you never talk about him? Nobody does. Don't you know you're not supposed to ask something like that? Why would somebody want to talk about something they never talk about? She got a point there, because nobody asks you about your mom. So I feel like that's a fair, you know, that's pretty fair, to say the least. You kept your eyes on the ground, watching your toes get swallowed by waves. Is it not cold? Like, is it still hot? Like, I don't know. When we got to the beach or the water, it was getting pretty cold at night. Especially we was in Florida. I say South Carolina, Myrtle Beach gets pretty cold towards the night, and the breeze get really good. So I don't know. They might be like somewhere on an island or closer to the coast. So who knows? Even if Shiloh never seemed upset when this topic came up, it made you feel awkward just for having both of your moms. How's that your fault? It's okay. I'm like Lizzie and Miranda. I don't have a dad. But I don't have 2 moms. I just have one. She's really great. So he's like you, Cove. Your mom abandoned you. And you just have your dad. Maybe you should hook your dad up with Shiloh's mom. Your dad is a fine young man. Oh, sorry, I don't have one now, too. My mom isn't here. She's back home. It's just my dad with me. Oh, I never had a dad or anything, so I don't feel bad. It's just really sad your mom is gone. Cole nodded. See, y'all can bond off of being, you know, a single parent household. I'm not gonna make that joke. I'm not gonna make that joke. Even if they're all different, our parents are good in their own ways. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just keep to myself. Even though I thought of that joke, I'm not gonna make that joke with little kids, because they get really serious when it comes to their parents, like extremely emotional. And like the vibes are pretty good. Like It's not stupendous, but we're a cool 6 right now. You couldn't come up with something you thought would make the conversation any less awkward, so you kept quiet. It was safer that way. Smart girl. The silence broke with a splash as Lizzie kicked in your direction. Cold water and sodden sand splattered against your leg. Lizzie giggled, foot still outreached from the kick. Aw, okay. Thanks for, upping the vibes. At least my sister got common sense. Cove joined in, striking the incoming waves to make a splash of his own. Shiloh scurried out of Cove's splash zone with a grin. I'ma retaliate. You use your foot to smack the water pulling around you, sending an arch of sea foaming flying back onto your sister. You laugh as she spluttered some of the salty seawater. Having landed in her mouth, she spat it out. Yuck! Lizzie chased you, intent on revenge. See, this is what I imagine a big sister to be like. Playful and fun. Not messy and full of attitude and sass. I hate to see how she'll act as a teenager. I hope she cool when she a teenager. Like, please. You was already a little bitch as a kid. Please don't be a bigger Karen bitch when you're a teenager. You dashed up and down the coast, taking it in turns to be the predator and the prey, as well as join forces to take down Shiloh, Cove. Alliances were silently forged and wordlessly broken. Everything was fair game in war. Ah! Shiloh's brief exclamation was drowned out by the biggest splash yet, caused by him falling face first onto the ground. Ooh! That would have been bad enough without the wave that followed, cascading over his prone body. Is he okay? Shiloh sat up, shaking his head like a dog coming from the rain. As you all hurried over to check on him, his hair was plastered to his head and his soaked clothes clenched. If there was any part of him that was still dry, you couldn't see it. That was crazy. Are you okay? Yeah, my foot got stuck and I fell over. Way to go, Shiloh, you dumbo. I'ma help him up. I'm gonna be nice. Shiloh didn't take your ouch. You know what? Fuck this little boy. I'm not helping him no more. I don't want to be your friend. Fuck you. Fuck you. Lizzie was too busy snickering to notice. I held her hand out to Shiloh too. You! Oh, I do. No! I'm not helping this boy. You know what? You're on a list. I'm putting you on a fucking list. I'm remembering your name and just locking in every single thing you did, Shiloh. I will remember that. He reached over and took it. Slowly he started to pull himself from the ground. Then he slipped on the slick sand, dragging him in. Yeah, that's what you get, little fucker. Rude ass. And you took the up down too. Good for both of y'all. Just in time for another wave to hit. The water rolled over them. Good. That's what they get. Karma. I believe in the God that deals karma. What were the odds of that happening twice in a row? It's karma for being rude and a dick eater. You thought they must be low, but there's no way. Shiloh would do something like that on purpose and pretend it was an accident, especially not to Lizzie. Even if your relationship with Shiloh felt unclear, he did at least like her a lot. Lizzie was his favorite, right? Dick eater. Smiling boldly, Lizzie extracted herself from the ground and wiped a streak of sand from her cheek. She didn't even intend to let this embarrass her. Shiloh got up again as well, this time without incident. He still looked like a drowned puppy, but that didn't stop Cove laughing at the two of them. With that, it was time to call it a day. The four of you made the journey back home, leaving a trail of wet footsteps and sand in your wake. Damp clothes may have weighted down some of the group, but your spirits were high. Your arms swung side to side as a cool breeze flowed past. Your moms were outside chatting to Cove's dad. My moms are fine. I got some fine ass moms. I see where my looks come from. We're back. Your mom's face fell as they took in the state you were in, ranging from messy to soaked. Elizabeth, is that all that you have to say for yourself? You brought half the beach back with you. They certainly did. What's Marigold going to do when she comes to get Shiloh? Is that how you want him to be for the long drive home? Cold and filthy? Lizzie's expression turned sulky over the scolding. Being the oldest could be fun, but it also meant she was the first to get in trouble when something went wrong. Shiloh is not her keeper. Like, she is not responsible of him. Like, what? She is not Shiloh's keeper. Mr. Holden, on the other hand, chuckled as he ruffled Cole's matted hair. See, I like dads more than moms, cause mom be tripping over nothing. Like, for no apparent reason. You've been out making memories, bucko. I'm glad you had a good time with your friends. Cove used his slightly moist-cast arm to push his dad over. Mr. Holden's eyes widened when he noticed even that had gotten wet. Now he was worried, too. I think they could have found a less risky way to spend time and had just as much fun. That might be right, kids. What can you do? Come on, Cove. Let's go get you cleaned up and dried off. We wouldn't want that cast to have to be reset. Cove winced at the thought. Okay. That a boy. Bye, Cove. That's my homie. I fucks with Cove. Mr. Holton casually bent down and plucked Cove up off the ground, ultimately holding Cove against his chest. Sand was already transferring from Cove onto him, but that didn't seem to bother Mr. Holton. Cove protested being carried, but only got a reassuring pat on the back for his trouble.
Take care.
This is my favorite mom. She's so stunning. Good night, Cove. Thank you for the talk, Cliff. Oh, that's his name? I can finally stop calling him Cove's dad. God. Night, Oaks family, and Shiloh, too.
Fine.
Well, we better do what we can to fix you guys up. Come on, everybody inside. I want you to march straight to the downstairs bathroom. Yes, Mom. Okay, Lizzie's mom. Don't worry about stopping to wipe your feet on that map this time. That won't do much good. Oh, that won't do much good tonight. Sitting on the old beach towel my mom had found, you waited in the hall until you were less sandy. You weren't allowed to go to your room or walk around the house, but you did get to eat a sandwich for dinner there. It felt like an indoor picnic. It had been decided that Shiloh would wash first and bury some of your clothes. He was already finished and packed away in his mom's car. Miss Fields had come to collect him a little while ago. Oh, we don't get to meet his mom? I would love to meet Shiloh's mom. I would love to meet the person that raised such a bitch-ass motherfucker. I would love to meet that hoe. I need to say some couple things for your parenting, because your son sucks. Like, your son is actually a fake person. But maybe he gets it from you. Since you're such a ghost. We don't even know what you look like. It was a bit of a funny experience seeing him without that hat on for once. Lucy, being more soaked than you, got to go in the tub next. It wasn't a bubble bath, she had hoped. This was a no fun allowed cleanup session. At least that's what she claimed. Not much longer, it would be your turn. When the bath was done, you'll have to go right to bed. After a day like this, though, you were glad there were going to be any future events. Drifting off to sleep sounded like a good idea. Okay. That was a good chapter. I really like that. I've already been recording for like an hour and 20. Yeah, I'm gonna just do two episodes per video. So I'm gonna end it right there for the video. So far, I'm learning a lot about these characters. I do not like Shiloh. He's going to the Death Note. Shiloh, yeah, you can't be my friend. Lizzie, she's kind of like, 50 with me. You know, she's a cool big sister when she wanna be, but I don't like when she like be poking at Cove and shit. Like, that ain't cool. Cove, that's my dog. Even though he a little bit weird and antsy, that's my dog. I fucks with him. So I'm in this video. You know, leave a comment, like, subscribe, share it to your mama, your daddy, your dog, your grandma, your pet turtle, anybody. And also, yeah, follow my socials. They be in the description. Follow my socials. Like I said, October, every day is gonna be a hard day. So watch out for that. Follow the stream, twitch.tv/I'm Big Dog 6. And I'll, you know, when those days come, I'll figure out a schedule. Actually, I already have a schedule. I'm gonna have to relook at my schedule and see what I'm gonna do. But alright. Deuces, y'all. Till next time. Bye.